she wants to see it in the newsletter. Skeeter has been trying to avoid publishing it and lies, saying she'll do it soon. The interviews with Abilene continue, now touching on the subject of Elizabeth being an awful mother. Minnie finds them in the middle of it and scolds them for this terrible idea, but it only takes her a few seconds to change her mind. Soon she's sharing all kinds of stories with Skeeter, and promises she'll try to convince other maids to help too. The following Saturday, Hilly introduces Skeeter to Stuart and they go on a double date. Unfortunately, Stuart behaves like a twat, so Skeeter gets angry and leaves the restaurant before even ordering. Meanwhile, Minnie becomes friends with Celia, who treats her with respect and even asks for her company while having lunch. Sometime later, Skeeter gets some news from the editor. Her stories are good, but they need at least a dozen maids to talk if she wants to be published. Abilene and Minnie have already asked everyone they know, but they are too scared to join them, so Minnie has an idea. Since they're already making up names anyway, they could use some of her stories and say they're from other maids. Skeeter doesn't think she can do that because it wouldn't be real, so to convince her not to give up, Abilene finally talks about her son. While carrying heavy wood, he fell to the ground and was hit by a truck. The foreman threw the body on the back of his truck, took him to the colored hospital, dropped the body there, and just honked the horn before leaving. The hospital could do nothing, so Abilene brought him home to die on the couch at the age of 24. The book is Abilene's way to find closure. The next day, Stuart shows up to apologize to Skeeter for his behavior. He had still been upset because of a recent breakup and Hilly had forced him to go on that date, which is why he was drunk that night. Skeeter says exactly what she thinks and he isn't used to that, but he likes it. Since he's showing respect, Skeeter agrees to go on a date with him, which also goes well. Stuart thinks Skeeter is smart and even admits having read her newspaper columns, and the two of them start seeing each other for real. When Skeeter finally begins working on the newsletter, she decides to have some fun and changes some of the words in her article. Once it gets published, Hilly's coat drive appears as a toilet drive, so she wakes up to find her garden filled with old toilets. Famous activist Medgar Wiley Evers' fight for equality is a big subject on TV.